Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. One of the hardest things for people to accept is the pure, unadulterated truth. And let me just get to it as it relates to food and medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, where the rubber meets the road. Virtually most disease and cancer comes from what we do to us, ourselves, what we put in and on ourselves, what we are exposed to, and what we expose ourselves to. More specifically, what we ingest, i.e., food, what we inhale, and what we absorb. We live in a toxic world. Much of what we are exposed to, we have no control over because of manufacturing, the toxins that are in the air, that are in our water, and that are in our food supply. Let's just simply face it. It is what it is. What we can control, those things we must control. And what we can't control, those things we just simply must accept. So now, as it relates to food, if we have a parcel of land, we need to try to, as much as lie within us, grow our own food as much as we possibly can. Make sure that we grow organically and use water filters, minimally charcoal, or reverse osmosis, or anything else that is beneficial, because most of the municipal water that we use contains thousands of chemicals, pathogens, and so forth. Originally, our ancestors drank from natural sources, i.e., streams, wells, rivers, and even lakes, just as did the animals. But we don't have that available to us today, for the most part, because of man's factories polluting our natural water sources, thereby having to utilize a sewage system and a reservoir where they have to add chemicals to try and purify the water that we use today. Now, our food is ultra processed and sent to grocery stores and markets to supply millions of people, and in order for it to stay on the shelves long enough to sell, it has to remain there longer, so it has to have preservatives, colors, dyes, emulsifiers, flavor enhancers, and those things to keep it longer, again, to make it taste good, make it look palatable, if you will. They do all of those things to make it taste worthy, if you will, again. So, to market it, they put it on the commercials, they advertise it, and make it sellable. So, they put all of these ingredients in there, Real food doesn't have ingredients, and real food can't stay on the shelves longer than a few days because it would spoil, because it is actually organic. So, all of the natural ingredients have to be removed, and all of the artificial things have to be put in it to keep it on the shelf. And all of these artificial things that they put in it are the things that over time build up in the human body or the human organism and cause cancer and disease later on in our lives. And that's how we end up with high blood pressure. That's how we end up with strokes, as did I at some point in time, diabetes, and various other diseases, body being out of ease, if you will, and various other things. And then we're turned over to the medical industry, and then they put us on prescription drugs that maintain us and cause side effects or effects from the drugs that they're giving us, right? And then they cause effects, and those effects all of a sudden are making us feel out of sorts. And then they give us other drugs to counter those reactions. And at some point in time, they could possibly take our lives. And then they turn us over to the funeral parlors. Do you see the transition? I know I was trying to be a little bit methodical. And I hope you understand or comprehend and understand what I was saying. But this is the way it goes. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's all by design. We are not eating real food. These industries are making money from us being sick. Now, unless we're sick, they can't make money. It's really that simple. The food industry turns us over to the medical industry, and the medical industry turns us over to the funeral industry. I hope you get it. It's really that simple. Think about what I have just told you and think long, maybe not long, and hard. Take care.